All right, we are back with more Christmas songs. This is Happy Christmas War is Over. We're also going to be looking at Santa Claus is Coming to Town. If you guys want any of the sheet music, sign up, become a member, help support us to write more sheet music, help us to support us to do more videos as well. So I want to tackle this one differently than I did in the past couple videos. And I kind of was just kind of warming up and getting ready to do this video. I was thinking to myself, I'm doing this 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a 6E and a... which will get me there. But the idea of this part is more of this tremolo picking, this... And I know why I started so slow. I started slow so I could count it, kind of figure it out, and understand how to play this part. But I don't think it's just such a little bit of a different technique to go... versus this. Just a little bit of a different movement that I don't feel like practicing at 70, 80, 90 is going to get me to 147. So we're going to do this in reverse order. We're going to actually start, I don't know if it's reverse order, but we're going to start at 100 BPM and see if I can use that to kind of get my tremolo picking. You know, I can't do tremolo picking at 70, or if I do, it sounds a little funky, or maybe I'm not good enough. It's difficult, I guess, for me to do at 70. So this might backfire completely, and we'll find out. So here's the tremolo at 100. See if I can pull this off. So right away, I'm not even going to worry about putting notes in. I'm just going to get the mute. So it does feel like it's possible at 100. Seems like a good tempo. So you can kind of already hear like it's a little wild, right? I want to be at that tempo, but I don't think I can play it well at that tempo yet. Let's just see. Let's kind of spend a little time experimenting. Two E and a 3 and 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and a... So I very much feel like on this right now, I'm all or nothing, which is just something I need to work on, right? You know, how slow can you do your tremolo picking? I love how I said slow, but I'm just playing it quiet. You know, if I'm doing actual picking, you see a lot more movement in my hand. Versus a slight movement. So we're going to we're going to ignore the metronome a minute, try to get this on our own. So that feels comfortable, and then I just want to slow that down. You just kind of hear it almost start to fall apart. All right, so let's see how that compares to 110. So again, the lack of control. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a 6E. Don't even care about other notes at this point. I just got to get this. 1E and a 2E and a 3. All right, let's see. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a 6E and a... See, it's a little too slow for me, and I'm going to use that old excuse that every student says. They're like, well, I can't play this, it's too slow. It's kind of a lie. You know, you need to be able to play it slow first. I'm hoping that I can kind of find the speed that I can get a nice tremolo and then back it off from there. And again, this is the reason why I like to learn from songs. This song is teaching me a technique, forcing me to troubleshoot, figure out why this isn't working, and break it down. And faster right now, I don't think it's going to be the answer. So really struggling on that 1E into 2E into. And the problem is, like, I need to work on counting those out, right? There's 4 to every beat, which is kind of nice to think of it that way, but it still needs to be even. So let's go to 90 and just see if I can fill out a slow tremolo. So that already feels closer to tremolo than my regular picking. 5, 6. So let's I think 90 might be the answer. It's fast enough that's forcing me to use the right technique to play this. All right. So let's it's been a couple of weeks, as you can tell. I think the pattern starts over here. Yeah. So let's try to get these 4 measures down at this 90. We're going to run through this a bit, and then I'm going to move on because that's just how it goes. Let's move that over there. So let's just play all the numbers a minute to get the movement down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Start over. So you can tell already I'm just uncomfortable, but 90 is a good tempo for me. It's right on the cusp of I can't pull off the tremolo well, but I can count and kind of fill it out. So I'm going to struggle through this just a little bit more. I don't want to, but I know I need to. Because if I leave it right now and try to tackle this again in 2 days or even tomorrow, I'm not gonna have learned enough right now through this session. So just have to watch me struggle live. Five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. let's use this to get the next set down. The acoustic guitar chords are almost the same. The lead has just a little bit of a slight difference in its movement. So mostly because I'm struggling with my right hand technique, I can use this as a time to just, get this next movement down and practice it out of that slow tempo. Okay. So same exact thing. Let's just work through that movement once with metronome. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm off. All right, so feel like I've embarrassed myself enough, and that's okay. All right, let's move to this chorus section. And again, I got over the flu and then maybe got sick again, so it's been a little bit since I've practiced. And so part of me just needs to start at these slow tempos again, get this back, relearn what I've maybe learned once. Up to this A chord. Ends differently there. Don't remember this G at all. I guess they're playing a full G chord like that. Let's not try to do that all at once. So the G to the A, not really a problem. We're using that, in my mind, that F shape to move up the guitar. The only tricky thing, or not even tricky, the only thing that you have to think about is this second chord of that A. And then skipping from the second string to the fourth string. So let's just do those two on a loop. 4, 5, 6. Feel fine about that. Let's do the E minor to G. So we got this. Just practice those 2 a minute. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. A little bit of string skipping. Let's try to do E minor, G, and D. Let's do that one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G. Gotta get that little movement in there. a tough time getting back, so let's just put an extra measure in there to recover. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six. Yeah, every once in a while, just because I'm seldom looking down at my right hand, just getting that skip. I get a little mute in there sometimes. Just little things to watch out for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's do that whole section. Kind of know that I'm going to need to have a measure of break in between that all. So we'll just let it lead into there. Let's chords. G, A, E minor, G, D, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll see me screw that up. So this first time I'm just gonna play the chords. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3. It's so slow I might just try to play the part. Totally just brain froze right there. Yeah, for some reason I couldn't get back into it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't call that brain freezing anymore, just making mistakes. All right, a couple more times. daunting. All right, I don't have a lot of time left, and I want to at least start looking at Santa Claus Coming to Town, and clearly need some more work on that one. So a Bruce Springsteen song. I think I did this on drums already. Full speed is 117. We're going to start at 77. He is playing this held C chord here and using that to kind of like do a lot of riffing. A lot of held notes, I should say. Later on, like the next set of measures, you can see him get up to this 10, which really kind of says again that he's just holding this chord out. Later, he hits this 9. So all those are being utilized. I have not learned this part yet, which is kind of what I do in all these lives, right? I just break them down in front of you and see how bad I am. All right, so nothing on beat 1. On beat 2, you're going 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Let's do that again. I need to do that a couple times because I'm just not reading it well. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. All right, let's put that with metronome and see how that goes. 4 and 2 and 4. 2 and 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The N4 gets me, as you can see. N4. Better than I thought. Going from 6/8 to this just causes my brain to just fail. Make sure this is not in swing. It is not. I accidentally did a drum video the other day and swung a drum part. So I need to, double check what songs are in swing and what are not. All right, so I just need to count that a couple more times. 1, 2 and 4 and 2 and 4. 2 and 4 and 2 and 4. All right. One, 2 and. So I like the part. I mean, I like that offbeat rhythm that they do right there. I like the holds. Just thinking about that last and 4. So everything else is pretty much on the numbers, right? 1, 2 and 4 and 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4 and 2 and 4. All right, with metronome. 2 and 4 and 2 and 4. Ooh, let's move this a little bit. 3, 4, 1. Okay, so let's kind of just break down one more measure or two more measures and go from there. So this time he's bringing in that lower C right there. He's going 1, 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and oh no, I gotta count that right. So starting from that 10 on the F add 9 measure, so right here. 1 and, but I'm gonna play it all with my pick because I don't know. I might do hybrid picking there. We'll figure that out as we speed up. 1, 2 and 1 and 2. There we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. So just that little bit of rhythm notation throws me off a little bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm just gonna have to count that till I get comfortable. So it's me guessing. We should put a metronome in there. It's nice because you can kind of think about just skipping the downbeat, right? 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it kind of writes itself. I say that and then I put metronome to it and I'll fall apart. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1. All right. Just need to remember that eighth note's on 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and easier said than done. I gotta count it a couple more times. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, and then 3 and 3 and 3 and. So 1 and 2, yeah, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So now I'm falling apart. Let's do it a couple more times. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3, yeah, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and. So if you do it enough times, the metronome kind of do the counting for you. You're playing on that offbeat. But it's kind of like you need to know where those beats lie first. I know this is pretty obvious stuff to say, but sometimes I have to say it to myself. Like, I need to teach myself, okay, where are these all going to land? Now put it into context. Okay, I understand it. Play it with the metronome a couple times. 1. I say that, and then all of a sudden this one has that quarter note on 1, and that's enough to throw me off. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and clearly I've moved to that hybrid picking. Let's try that with the metronome. See if I fail. 2, 3, 4. So just mutes. And 4 and 1, 2 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. Not even sure if I have this right. Okay. 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So the big thing was just that first measure has the hold, the second measure is 1 and is enough to throw me off.